And we are live. What's up, everybody? Let's start at the top here. See who's here. Tim Davis, first one up. Hopefully you got your popcorn and you didn't burn it. We got TB. How you guys doing so far? We got the neighbor guy. He's driving a big rig, listening to through his headset. And we got Bald and Curious. I was busy. I was still getting everything ready. I was doing some shooting, buddy. Armament and Axes going live again. Heck yeah. Papa Les is out there. Papa's Place. Fuzz Fork 8. How you doing, my friend? Is this Rick's version of a national emergency? No, I got good news for me. Let's see what else. Kathleen, how are you doing? And we got DW's in the house. All right. We got a countdown here from DW. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Kathleen puts 12 in there. 4, 3. Did he ever make it to 1? He did make it to 1. All right, so we're good. Fuzz Fork is doing well, he says. And let's get to the bottom here. And you are staying hidden. Yeah. It wasn't on my time. I'm waiting for somebody to show up, and he's running a little late. So, Lakeview Outdoors, how you doing? So good news for me is on the 19th, I was flying to California to go to work. And with that said, I am not doing that. I am staying home. So I will be home for like forever. Basically, let's see. 2 days plus 8 days plus 16 days. So whatever that is, you guys do the math. 8 days, 16, 26. Is that right? 36, 26. 2 days plus 8 is 10 plus 16, 26 days. All right. So 26 days, you guys might get some live chats. I don't do live chats very often, but I might do one since, I got all this time on my hands. So had to go through the drive-through. X-Ring and I went and had a little dinner at the old cookout. Kathleen's either home or shooting, so that's pretty awesome. So what's everybody doing? You guys got all your toilet paper and all that stuff? We're not going to talk about zombie apocalypse unless we decide we want to. It's up to us. What kind of topics would you guys like to talk about? Because I don't know. I seem like I've been talking about everything. It's your guys' turn to figure it out. What kind of paint do you recommend on an AK muzzle brake? Jordan Harris, thanks for showing up. What kind of paint, huh? I am let's see, I got a few here. I got some Krylon. I got some do I stack silver? I have lots of silver. Not lots, meaning like barrel loads, but I do have some silver. And we can kind of talk about that if you want. That's kind of something that is always good to have and is important to keep, right? So if you guys are collecting old dimes, old quarters, that kind of stuff. And the reason why I have a lot of it is when my mom passed away, she really liked to collect silver, and so basically that went to me, and now I have quite a bit of it as a kind of a backup thing. Actually, I have some silver that I won years ago on a live chat. No, not on a live chat, some giveaway. It's a 1 troy ounce of silver. It's been sitting here and waiting for the werewolf. So I'm going to melt it down and either make silver bullets, like Kathleen said, for werewolves, actually. So she's right on the same page as me. Or use it to barter or whatever the case is. Now, I think silver and gold is a good thing to collect. Don't get me wrong. But I think you'll see that later on. Say we have a STHF kind of deal. You're going to see that later. So, or you'll be able to utilize that later. Let's see. So are you on vacation or are you retired? I am on vacation. Simple Sabbers, how you doing? Thanks for showing up. Appreciate it. Mark's 1911. Appreciate it. I'm trying to make sure I hit all you guys here. Wayne Ribick, how you doing? Appreciate you showing up, of course. And let's see, we got another question. Now's the time to buy, but all sites are back ordered and have $300 limits. I have not checked to see what silver has done this last couple of weeks. I know usually when the stock market goes this way, your precious metals goes this way. I don't know if it has gone that way yet. You guys probably know more than I do on that. Jackson says, no bartering, search, destroy, and take. That is an option, of course. Coda Boy went off on cheaper than dirt today. DW, I did see that video, and I think that's a bunch of crap that a company is going to do that. They've done that in the past, and they should have paid dearly for it the first time. Hopefully us as consumers will pay for it, make them pay for it dearly the next time. So Fuzz Fork carries a pair of vice grips. When I find dead people, I pull their gold teeth. That's a good move. Not bartering. Okay, that was Jackson's. Gigabytes is in the house, so appreciate it. Gold, silver, bullets, and spam are good things to have on hand. How's it going, Rick? It's doing good. I'm excited. I do not have to get on that stupid-ass airplane and breathe everybody's air. And then I think a bigger concern was once I got to the airport for my layover, I was going to be breathing the same air that however many hundreds of people are in that airport, or thousands or whatever. I will not be traveling. Joaquin Jack Nava. I basically are burning 8 days, so I am not flying in. The guys we're more than happy to work my 8 days, and I'm more than happy to give them to them. That's the reason why you collect days, right? Is instead of it being a vacation, it's home lockdown. But we're not being a home locking down. I mean, I went shooting today with X-Ring. We had a good time. He's probably going to jump in here soon and tell you all about his new proof barrel, 6 Creedmoor, 6mm Creedmoor. So I shot that today. That thing shot really nice. When he shot it, he had groups like this, and when I shot it, I had groups like that. So it was pretty good. I was a little bummed out I didn't shoot it as good as him, but of course that's because he's better than I am. So, and it's his rifle, so it's kind of learning the trigger, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. Silver got hit hard today. It's down. Wow, that's kind of weird. They probably knocked it down so the big guys can buy it all. That's always seems to be the thing. I saw Fuzz Fork put a video out. I did not get a chance to see it yet, Fuzz, so I'll have to go back and check that out. Just buy a hazmat suit, Rick. Yeah, I could see that going well in the airplane, sitting with a hazmat suit on. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Of course, everybody else might have one too. Hell, I don't know. Tyvek suit would be good. Mike D's here, so thanks for showing up. If you breathe the same air as X-Ring, will you shoot better? No, because I was in the car with him today, and it didn't help. Let's see. Glad you get to stay with your family. Yeah, I'm super excited. The biggest concern was being in the airplane, breathing everybody's air, going to the airport. But the biggest reason, what's up, Battle Bean, Mario Mosen, Levi Cummings, Vanessa Kitty, is making it to work. And then all of a sudden, President Trump says, we are not going to fly any airplanes anywhere. And wherever you are now is where you're at. I did not want to have to deal with that, because then that would mean there's really world chaos going on. I can't come home and protect my family. And I'm not to say that they're the most awesome preppers in the world, but we do have stuff. But, do they know how to utilize this when that runs out and all that kind of stuff? So I can say, though, I can report right now, my 2 kids are in hammocks, and they are camping outside tonight. Now, I don't know how long it'll be. Hopefully it should be the whole night, but they've done it in the past when they were younger, and usually they sneak in about the time it gets really cold. So we'll see how that works out. I will report back, and I will tell you how that disaster is going to work out. Gagabyte says, I'm not letting this corona bother me. It will go as soon as it can. I kind of agree. I know there's a lot of hype, but then the biggest thing was me basically being on the other side of the United States, and then something really happens. I'm going to be super pissed. Keith Gregory, how you doing? Thanks for showing up. Let's see. Someone's saying new gun buyers jumping in, and I guess they are shocked to find out that you actually have to go through and get a firearm. Yeah. You know what? I did hear that as well. They just thought they would get shipped in the mail to their house and they'd be there in a day. Oh, man, that's not how that works. And 99% of those guys are probably the people that voted to make it, so it's even more asinine rules and laws. So kind of get what you get. Hopefully all you guys out there have some type of firearm to protect yourself. I would assume so, being here with Is Your Six Covered, we like to talk about guns, so I would assume most of you, if not all of you, let's do a poll. Let's do a poll and see just how many. And I think the best way, just put a Y or put it in, and then it'll be easier to calculate. And don't answer the same thing twice because you'll screw it all up. My brain is not working to even 13% of its ability, so let's see. Let's take a poll. Let's take a poll. Boom, boom, boom. We got two. Oh, we got a whole bunch of Y's, which is yeses. We got Sam in the background. Sam, what's up? All the curious in. He's in New York, so you know. We got John Jeffries. How you doing? What's up, amigo? Look at that.
What's up? How you doing? What are you taking a vote on?
I just took a poll, and everybody but Bald and Curious has a firearm. And we know Bald and Curious is a liar.
I don't have any. Those are dangerous.
They are dangerous. And especially if they're like black ones, they're like evil dangerous, scary. Look at Sam. Sam, you came in right when I left, huh? Did Ray text you and said, okay, the Eagle has flown the building yet? Or what? What happened there?
No.
How did I not run
finished up what I was to do. Get over.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, no. So what are you doing? I said, well, Rick just left.
Yeah. All right. We got a new name out there, Jay Peterman. So thanks for showing up. Looks like it's hard to tell because your little icon's like the size of a pencil lead, but it looks like some cast bullets maybe. So appreciate you showing up. We got a lot of people that got guns, which is good. Mostly. Oh, we got Lynn Holt. How you doing, Lynn? And we got C Funk 30. How you doing? Nice to see some new folks' faces in here, of course. So you guys are always welcome. I go live quite a bit. At least that's the rumor. What are those? Oh, the crackers. Those are
no peanut butter.
Tell me. Those are club crackers. Or did you already say?
Yep.
Those are good. Those are actually really good. Cracker ass cracker.
That's right. It's cracking ass Japanese to you.
That's right. Cracker Japanese. We got oh yeah, they want to know why you don't got no peanut butter on there, buddy.
Not tonight. Tonight is a Nutella night.
Oh, that's nasty.
What? Are you crazy?
Oh man, no. All right. We got another
Trump monkey made any new videos yet?
Not yet.
Not yet.
What? What you talking about, Willis?
Let me see your phone with that picture.
All right. Who likes Nutella? All right. Now let's do this better. Can you say who likes Nutella or peanut butter? Can you separate those two, or that's totally different?
No, that's two totally different things. I'm not going to give one up for the other.
Yeah.
So Sam's a little bit of a handyman, and he was making I don't know if this will work or not. Making these are cheese and breadboards. You can't see the detail on here, but he was doing that today. He should have done a video on that.
See, everybody likes peanut butter, not your stupid Nutella. And I'll go with Gagabytes. He's completely right. He gets to have this showing up here. He's saying
what? She said. They said Nutella is nasty.
Yeah, Nutella's
Okay,
nasty.
so the first time I ever had Nutella was in Frankfurt, Germany, back in 1982, and I got hooked on it because I was living there for a while, and
That's because you're starving to death, probably.
man, I loved it. It was great. I never heard of this stuff called Nutella.
That's
And
freaking
so
gross. It's like fake chocolate or something.
it's awesome, man.
Does no
Hey, how about Vegemite?
Vegemite? I don't. Are those cracker things?
No, Vegemite is another paste too. It's Australian. You need
Oh,
to get out more. You know,
no, I don't need to get out anywhere, especially
come
right
on.
now. The
You got to live
corona.
life beyond pure leaf sweet tea. Come on.
If you can't drink, no. See, everybody's like you're full of crap, and it tastes like crap. Except for Lynn Holt says Nutella is great at breakfast.
Hey, Rick, where did you eat tonight?
I already told him.
Yeah, and we had big milkshakes too.
See, Gagabyte says veg of what? Oh, Vegemite. It
Yeah,
just smells
Nutella is
vile.
big in Britain and
See,
OZ.
45 Auto, he finally got here. I've been waiting for him to show up because I knew he'd say that right there.
Vegemite just smells vile.
That's what I'm talking about. Actually, you got Steeler Fanatic in here, and he says the same thing. See, I don't know what the hell you're eating. I don't even know what it is. I don't want to know what it is. It doesn't even
It's an
sound right.
acquired taste. How's that?
Cookout Kings, Chico Wise is in the house. I come from
Gagabite
the
says
land
she
down
can't stand,
under.
or he said he can't stand Mackie D's. Oh man, we always eat Mackie D's.
Yeah, Mackie D's is good. Number 9, those 2 little kid burgers with no pickles, no onions. Boom. Ketchup, large fry, and a master sweet tea.
So did you tell him what we did all day today?
No, it's all top secret. I figured I'd wait till you showed up. I did tell him you got a barrel. I might
I
have told
did
him
get
a
a
little
barrel.
more, actually. Yeah, I told him you shot a really good group. That's what I told him.
Oh, TV. No, it's not that good. It's just like day old
Ouch.
baby shit.
See, this is why it's so much fun to have a chat, because I would have never thought in 100 years we are going to talk about Nutella.
His X-ring and stamp starting up a drive-through restaurant.
Yeah, Nutella sandwich on crackers. Who's interested?
Now you get lost trying to find my place.
Yeah,
Over yonder, through the
over
dale,
yonder way.
Back in the holler.
back in the holler.
Jackson said we ran around and sang Kumbaya all day.
We did.
Pretty much.
Hey, is this a private chat on?
No, we got 43 people watching this disaster.
Oh, so no showing of
Crackers,
stuff.
yeah.
No, crackers is okay, but no
Yeah,
hardware.
you can't show this kind of stuff. These are dangerous. Yeah, we got to stay away from that. Hoots in the house. Papa's playing.
What's up, Hoot?
D's nuts? No, D's nuts. Not holy bear nuts, but D's nuts. Hey, Ray, have you been
Up a hollow. I've been up a holler. We
A
call them
hollow.
hollers, HOLLERs, not hollow. But I know what you mean. It's a hollow.
Have you been up a hollow?
Up
Man,
a
am I going to
hollow.
be able to freaking hit the right button or what? Nope. There you go. It keeps moving up every time I go to click on it. Have you been
You've
up
been
a hollow?
up a holler.
So, Sam, tell us about your little burning table cookie crackers thing. What do you got going there?
Just a little experiment today. That's all.
So you just wanted to burn some shit on fire or what?
Yeah, pretty much.
No, actually, he did a multicolor sandwich laminate, right?
Did
Well,
you say
basically, it wasn't a
sandwich?
laminate. Yeah, he basically made it. Just think of a really fancy cutting board with patterns in there, using
Cool.
two different types of wood, or was it stained? Same wood.
No, same wood.
Same wood, and then stained it, so it was kind of like it wasn't a checkerboard pattern, but
No, I burned it.
oh, you burned it.
Yeah.
Oh, he did the whole burning thing.
Yeah, it looked like it was burned. It was hard to see. The picture was really bad.
Yeah, he's trying to send you a picture because it's washed out because of the porch light and everything. You can't see it.
Yeah.
It's not going to work. Oh, don't even be talking about sushi. I love sushi, LZ.
All right, you guys. We have another poll. So if you guys eat sandwiches, put 1, or if you eat sandwiches, put 2.
Say that again.
Hold on. Let me see how the answers turn out.
Oh, you know what? I got to do this for 45 auto.
Uh-oh. Don't show your ass in here. Rice and seaweed 1. There you go. We got 1 sandwich. All right, Donna Joe. How you doing? Lynn Holt. We got a lot of people in here tonight that are new. Eric, how you doing? Oh, Eric is a sandwich. Tom Olafson, how you doing, buddy? TB's a 1. Jackson's a 14. What is that? Sandwich. Chico Wise. Mars 1911. Kimchi is horrible. Yeah, he likes kimchi. He's probably going to get
all right. So right here is kimchi. All right, and I've got about 5 jugs of this in the refrigerator.
And he ain't
it's
lying.
Nice and woo. It's nice and
have Sam try a bite.
No, did you hear what he said? He said. Anyway, so typically you're gonna have. Look at that! Isn't that just awesome? Just fermented cabbage.
It's just cabbage, right? It's rotten cabbage, basically. Okay, so the question was.
That's awesome, man.
Lynn
Holt awesome.
Is asking. So do you have a sandwich? You put a 1, or if you have what'd you call it, Ray? A sandwich? No, that was
You think my dog will eat this?
Oh, a sandwich. If you eat a sandwich, you put 2. If you eat a sandwich, you put 1. Your dog ain't even gonna eat that stuff, huh?
Look at all the sick emojis. It's like, all right,
I can't
like sauerkraut.
All they are is little squares.
Sauerkraut's like kids.
Computer.
Sauerkraut's like kids play. I can use a bowl of rice and some kimchi like this. Now this is good eating.
Elster, what's up, buddy? I sent you a link. Animal abuse, exactly. Did Bailey eat some of that stuff?
She looked at it and said, nope. He said, that's a gag witch. Yes, it's very hot. We actually make this here at the house. Yeah, it's very spicy. I don't think it's hot anymore.
So Eric likes sandwiches and sandwiches.
Hey, Tim, I'm not messing with the balut. Nope.
That stuff's nasty.
Now that gives nasty a whole nother meaning.
We had guys at the station eat that just more as a prank, and I was like, "Oh, you are not even opening that shit inside the bar."
Who is rolfing on the live stream?
Come on, you better get outside with that mess, dude.
Nani Machaseo, Joa.
Give Sam some. Let him try it.
Oh no, thanks anyway.
I take him to the Korean restaurant every once in a while. He don't really like it. He gets about 1 bite and he's like, "Woo, that's some hot stuff."
That looks.
He said, "Sam, you should arm wrestle Ray." Did somebody let them in on something?
No, I didn't.
I don't know where that came from, but somebody knows something.
Who was it?
I have no idea, but the word has gotten out.
About what?
I don't know. Somebody said you need to arm wrestle me.
He was an arm wrestling king.
I know. I don't understand, but.
I have this is what we eat at our house. Okay, so I look kind of American, but I am American. But I grew up with a strong Korean culture, so yeah, we use chopsticks and rice every day around here.
Pretty much. Let's see. Man, these things are going so fast I can't read them all. You got to text me the link because I don't get your emails. Oh, I was supposed to tell you to send me Elster's, or text me Elster's number so I could send him The leak, that's what it was.
I sent that to you last time. He said he was having issues with it.
Well, you gave me his email, his second email.
Does he not have your phone number?
Uh-uh.
Okay, let me text it to you. Hold on just a second. I'll get one more piece, and I'm going to put it back in the refrigerator.
Oh, this is what this is supposed to look like, guys. Look how nice that is. Sam made that.
Yes, see, that's what I'm talking about.
That is really cool looking, buddy. Here's the top. Or maybe that's the bottom of it, Sam, or no,
Yeah.
two of them, or what?
Hey guys, Koreans have been eating this since like the beginning of time. We're not dead yet, so I'm sure it's okay.
Now, what's in there? There's peppers or something in there?
Oh yeah, lots of peppers. Or pepper powder. Okay, so the old way they used to do it is they would take them and put them in jugs, and they bury them in the ground. And so basically, when you do this, you have to let it ferment. So when you put it in here and you're mixing it all up, you can't seal it because it'll build up pressure, and these will actually explode like bombs. Okay, and when I say like bombs, so at my dad's house, there's actually a cabinet where you got to store it in a cool, dry place, where it blew up, and there were shards of glass stuck inside of the cabinet. So yeah, you have to release the pressure off of it. You put a pan underneath it, and it'll boil over as it's fermenting. You don't want to eat it before then because it's going to be kind of bitter. But
Chico wants to know
some good stuff.
natto.
I don't even know what natto is. It's like homemade hooch. Yeah.
Fake Asian. Yeah, homemade hooch. Kimchi is Korean for sauerkraut. Canned spaghetti. Oh, fuzz fork. I'll eat canned spaghetti over that bottle of Madness Ray's eating. Does Ray like 1,000-year-old? Does Ray like 1,000-year-old eggs? I don't know. I know his chickens lay eggs every day, but I don't know about 1,000-year-old one. Maybe that's what he does with all of them. Kimchi is Korean jalapeno.
What was I supposed to be doing?
Nick Fox.
That's right. That's right.
Neighbor guy's got an uncle named Hooch. That's kind of cool. I've smelled kimchi pots cooking in the hot July sun in Korea. No thanks.
Yeah, and everybody does it about the same time of year, and they make the kimchi for the year, and it's good stuff.
So how long will that last for?
Tim Davis's post. Oh man. Okay, so now Yul Adamas, he knows. We actually make bulgogi here. So you have bulgogi, which is kind of a beef. You have takogi, which is going to be your chicken. So I didn't know this was going to be a cooking thing tonight about Korean food, but you also have kalbi, and he knows what kalbi is, which is it's basically beef short ribs. Awesome stuff.
That's what you guys call short ribs.
Oh, K-pop, man! Look at that, man. We have some cultured people in here.
Hell yeah!
They know about Korean stuff. Put a balloon over the opening while it ferments. Yeah, what we usually do is we'll take like saran wrap and you put it over the top, and then you just lightly put the lid on. That way it can still bleed out.
That's so gross.
Yakisoba noodles, yeah, or yakimondo, any of that. Ray, you're so nasty. That's right, Todd. I appreciate it. I'm the nasty operator.
You easy rotten sauerkraut eating son of a gun.
Now I know Nick is in Korea because every time he comes on, so he knows exactly what I'm talking about. Kimbap is great too. We use that anytime you go like hiking or anything like that, which is the Americanized version of sushi. Basically, that's like a everyday snack, and it's little rolls, and you roll them, put your rice in there, a little bit of beef, carrots. Anyway.
Yeah, beards and barbells, family members out there. Supplies are pretty limited, just like out there, for sure. Thanks for showing up, buddy. I've never seen you on here before. Tell your mom I said hi.
I tell you what, supplies are so limited, and I'll go. Rick he'll vouch for me on this. I actually sold a gun store some ammo today.
He's not lying.
Stay away from me. I heard that cough. Is that a dry cough?
I got no audio. Dang it. I have no audio. I cannot hear you.
What I said was,
What was that?
you driving right now, fool?
Yes, I am. Just got off of work.
Very cool. So you all stocked up on your zombie apocalypse, Corona, Bud Light, Coors Light virus?
I've been stocked up for that for years, so I'm not too worried.
Good to hear. Good to hear.
Is X-Ring frozen or what is that?
Yeah, he's got the worst internet in North Carolina, unfortunately. Oh, he gone.
Yeah.
I'm glad you jumped in here because he'll be back. He'll try again. He probably got Netflix by the family.
Yeah.
Adamas is in here. Rick has a mute virus. Yes, I was trying. I coughed, so I hit the mute button, but I always forget to turn the damn thing back on. How much ammo did you sell, Ray? He sold one case of 223.
Who'd he sell it to?
Scott,
Gotcha. Yeah, see,
Insurance Arm.
I had some guys at work ask me if they'd be willing to do some horse trades for ammo, and I was like, I don't know. I've got enough, but I might keep it.
I just don't understand why everybody waits till the last second. You know, most of these guys on here, these people are smart people because they're here, obviously, but they pretty much know, hey, you should have a firearm and some ammo. I got a lot of friends in California. I'm like, are you buying ammo? Oh, I got a couple boxes. And I'm like, well, at least you got a couple boxes, but you might want to go do some shopping. But I don't think you can get it anywhere right now. So.
No, there is nowhere, and I'm assuming this is the same for where you are too. I know in my area we have nothing.
What's up, Bryson? You came in and booted me off the chat.
You've done booted your ass.
Hey, there can't be that much trouble here at one time.
I hope you didn't charge cheaper than dirt prices on that ammo. No, I actually sold it to him for the same price he could get it from his distributor.
He did actually do that.
I did.
He actually was a nice guy.
Yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
I got a few boxes from around the beach. Jackson has $1 million in guns and ammo, but 50 cents worth of Wi-Fi.
Okay, so a little backstory on this.
47.
Okay, so I really do live in the middle of nowhere. So I got tired of not having Wi-Fi, so I called the cable company and I asked them how much it would be to run the line from the road to here. And they said, we want to bring service to your road and we will split the bill with you. Splitting the bill, my cost was $18,000, and I said, no thank you. So my 50-cent Wi-Fi is perfect.
That's right. I wonder if we just ran a cable through the weeds where no trench, no nothing, just do a midnight ninja operation one night and get like.
Yeah, good luck with that. Guys, I have tried everything. I have tried satellite. I've tried, man, we even tried this other thing that it worked great for about 3 months, and then they got gigged by AT&T for whatever reason. But yeah, no, I agree with that gun guys. Stuff is really getting out of hand. Just the way people are just going crazy.
Yeah, I want to hear some more from the gun guy.
Huh?
Give me a little bit more of what you've seen.
Nobody's got it.
Actually, why don't all you guys tell me your location?
Cheaper than dirt selling a cage for $800.
Tell me what state you're in and if you see anything. You know, whether it's North Carolina,
no one's got it. Everything's gone.
Washington, you know, bad, whatever. Give us a state from around the world. We got Chico Wise in Georgia. I don't know where Lynn Holt's at. I would assume Idaho Rogers is in Sacramento, California. Just kidding. And give us an update. And Elster's where's Elster at? He's in Texas. What happened to Bryson? He gone. Oh, he's in Arizona. So Arizona's a very pro-gun The Daily Shooter is here. Holy hell. It's about time we get on a chat. Now, I've known the Daily Shooter for a while. Hey, Will, text me your email if you want to jump on here. It'd be great to hear from you. I already saw your video, but Las Vegas. Give us what's going on. What's up, Nick? How you doing?
What's up, Nick? How you doing, man?
The Daily Shooter, if you guys don't know, got demonetized. Big channel. I think he's at 200,000 something. I don't know. I've known him since I think he was at 2,000 subscribers. So, and I was at like 100. So, it's been a while. Let's see. Watch. Yeah, I have seen. Actually, the Daily Shooter put out a
He's good on that. I sold a few.
The grand. What are we talking about? Just having fun. We went from everything from kimchi, which is some Asian sauerkraut, to we're just having fun.
Yeah, just having a good time, hanging out.
It's just about having fun. Obviously, you ain't watching my chats. Of course, who's got $300 to waste, right? Let's see. Hidden Steel had a question on up here a little ways. I think it was on, I don't even know where it is. You guys are typing so much. I don't know. He can type it in again. It'd be easier for him. On Cheaper Than Dirt right now, you can get 25 rounds of Hornady Critical Duty 9mm plus P, $56.
Yeah, it's crazy what they're charging.
Damn, that is freaking nuts.
But they did it last time too. It's no surprise. That's why I do not patronize them at all.
Yeah. Well, I can't believe people. Oh, the reason why they have ammo is because everybody's keeping them as a last resort. But if you don't have any ammo, say for some reason you don't have any ammo, and you think things are going really sideways, is people going to pay $56? Probably.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you don't have anything, you have no reloading supplies and all any of that stuff. Daly's video was good over the ammo situation. Yeah, John, he always puts out great videos. Harry's Holster, what's up, Mr. Harrison? How are you today?
What's up, Harrison?
Here, see, anyone have any experience with the Vortex Viper PST?
Yeah, Wayne, it's a good. The PST Gen 2 is actually a good optic. Had some experience with those. Have never had any issues. I think Todd Elster might actually use one of those, or Elster's Reloading. I no longer have the one that I had, but we did some testing today. We did some shooting. Bryson was on here a moment ago, but we reviewed, I haven't released the video yet, a Burris XTR, and I will tell you, the PST glass was better than what I noticed in the Burris XTR, and this was brand new out of the box. We actually opened it on camera, and it was one of the ones that we had won from the Burris, or the Bushnell Elite. So I was a little disappointed in the glass quality.
I was too. I went through it. Well, it's funny is he cut the box open, mounted it on the rifle, basically bore sighted it in, shot a couple rounds, and he's like, "Oh, I need to get the rag so I can clean maybe some of the dust off of it." There was no dust; it was just milky.
Yeah, I thought the lens was just dirty, but it really surprised me. You know, that's not a high-end optic, but I do see a. Well, I'm gonna be careful how I say that. That is $1,000 to $1,200 optic. I do see a lot of them at matches. You know, we had 4 of them in our school that Sam and I taught, you know, a couple weeks ago. And it's a very popular optic, but I was just really disappointed in the glass quality. Rick, you were as well, just comparing it to like the Razor HD, which that's great glass. But yeah, after coming off that Night Force, it was just like a dirty milk bottle.
All right, I'm going to text the Daily Shooter. See if he wants on here.
And Jerry, this is one I'd probably disagree with you on because it says Vortex is hit or miss at best. I have had a tremendous amount of the Razor HD products from Vortex. I've never had any issues with any of them. And when I say a lot, it's probably 10 of the 1 to 6s, the Razor HD 4.5 to 27s, and also the 5 to 25s. I've never had an issue with a single one of them. And I hear a lot of people say, well, it needs a lifetime warranty because you're going to send it in all the time. I've never had to send one in except for one, which was my fault, and they repaired it at no problem whatsoever. It was during a competition, damaged the objective, and it basically sunburst the whole thing, and they replaced it, no questions asked.
All right, let me send.
No, Sam's actually hiding over here. He wanted to get off camera for a minute. He said he needed to get away from the heater. I like it warm, so this thing right here is putting out like sun heat, and Sam had to step away from it.
I was getting sunburned on top of my
Yeah,
head.
Ray likes it freaking hot.
That's right.
All right, Will, I'm sending you over the link right now. You shouldn't need anything. Just
Yeah, Otter, he is from Sweden, I think, or Norway. And so he says, living in the middle of nowhere, he goes, you don't even know the meaning of the word. I probably know the meaning of the word because I've been all over this world, and I do know some places that are extremely desolate with nothing. Fortunately, I don't have to live there, though.
why not? Yeah, you have travel quite. You actually have. You have the experience of 3 old men in many different aspects.
I've said it before. I've lived 3 lifetimes, and if something happens to me and I go tomorrow, I have no regrets.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be talking to Ray about something, and it'll be like, oh, I put a vinyl sticker on my Forerunner, right? And he's all, oh, man, we used to do that on this and that all the time. I'm like, well, where the hell were you last night when I was trying to figure out this shit out? I'm like,
well, he didn't know how to float graphics. But anyway,
I didn't know how to.
So Todd, so even Todd says it. He's had many, many, many. So that'd be a lot. Vortex Scopes only had to send one in because he dropped it, his own fault. Yeah, kind of like the same situation I had. We were doing a rollover prone in a competition in sand, and the muzzle brake actually kicked up enough sand to sand blast the objective to the point where you could almost not even see through it. And you know, it is what it is. You had to do it, and you had to take the shot, and they replaced it, no questions asked.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's one of the reasons why I went with it. As far as investment for scope wise, it's like, because I call it an investment, the things are expensive. So it's like, if I have an issue with it, I can always return it and like fix it or replace it.
Yeah. You know, guys, it is hard to spend a lot of money on a higher end optics, but like with Rick, you know, he got the Tika. It's a nice rifle, but let's say Rick really embraces this thing and he wants to upgrade that rifle. The mistake that I see a lot of people make is they'll sell it as a package because it's easier to move that way. I try not to ever sell my optics. Keep your optics, especially if it's a good one. You're running the Razor HD 4.5 to 27. It's $1,500, $2,000. What's up, Daily Shooter?
What's going on, guys? Can you hear me?
How's it going?
You don't know how many times I've asked Will, hey, you want to do a live chat?
Yeah, now you don't get to complain anymore. I'm here, all right?
Yeah, I'm not even complaining. I just figured you were too busy doing all your stuff.
Well, and 3 kids, man, you know it's difficult. I can
Hell
barely
yeah,
move. I can't even eat.
I got 2 that's terrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the disaster.
Yeah. I'm glad to be part of it. Thank you for having me on.
Oh, anytime, man. It's always fun. We've been having a great time. We've been doing a ton of chats, and just kind of making the day go by. So
yeah, I hear you. Well, it's been a long day. That's for sure.
Dirt cheap. Sons of bitches are doing it again.
Yeah, killing it, man. $39. Those guys, you know, they might as well be in the toilet paper business. Those kind of prices.
I know. I still yet to see somebody selling toilet paper on like the street, you know, like roll per roll kind of thing. I'm still waiting on that. I might have to do it.
I saw on eBay today somebody was selling a single roll for $14,000. Yeah. I told them if somebody actually put the bid on that, I'm selling everything I got.
Yeah. I will use a towel or old bed sheets, whatever. That'll work out good.
Every toilet gets a bidet.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, all right. So
What do we got here?
if you haven't seen my buddy X-Ring, we've been doing a lot of shooting together. Great friend of mine. Another great friend of mine down below.
How's it going?
These two guys are pretty damn good competitive top level shooters. And then there's me. I just suck, but I learned from them. So, but other than that, that's about it.
I just use the magic of editing.
There you go. Yeah.
You know what's funny though? Every time I never edit my videos like those guys that are all like super fast operators and stuff, and they'll like speed it up a little bit and edit their videos. They never ever miss. And then people think like that's normal. And so when I miss in a video, people are like, "Oh, dude, you missed that shot." No shit, dude, I missed a lot. What are you talking about?
Yeah. I missed 10 other ones, but I cut them out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I usually leave all that mess in there.
Yeah.
Actually, the video Ray did, and we were shooting the the Palmetto State Armory.
The AKV.
Yeah, the AKV, and I go to put the mag in, and it's just a mess. It's a train wreck.
No, like 32 seconds of trying to put the mag in.
Yeah,
he's like, you're not going to leave that in. Yes, I am.
Yeah.
I'm like, thanks for that.
That's about like the videos from Bushnell where all you see is the bad parts where he's waiting on me, and you don't see all the good impacts that I had. You just see the bad stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, do you know how hard it is to shoot a 3-day ruck match with a freaking GoPro and try to put that online while the viewers can actually watch it as the day progresses?
Is it possible?
I wouldn't even try it. Who's doing that at the same time?
We did it.
Oh. Yeah, they did it. They worked out well, especially in the area they're in. There wasn't much great service, so
it was actually pretty cool.
Yeah,
there's no way I could do it. You're still doing that competitive thing, huh, Rick?
I'm actually trying to do some long range stuff right now. These guys here just shot. I don't know how to do it wherever they're at.
Yeah, like the Brady Bunch.
Yeah, the Brady Bunch. They just shot the Bushnell. What was it? The Bushnell Sniper Elite.
The Bushnell Elite Sniper Challenge.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
They took third. They could have done better if Bryson would have hit what he was supposed to, but other than that.
No, Bryson did well. We worked well as a team. It's our first match together as a team, and it's his first official long-range match, so we're going to try to get a couple more.
Was it like a hike and shoot, or was it a set range?
Yeah, it was a 3-day ruck match. We covered 30 miles in 3 days, and you had to carry all of your gear with you. So it was 60 teams of 2.
Wow. What were you using?
Bryson, I don't know if he can hear in the car. I think he can. Hear. Go ahead.
I was using Masterpiece Arms 6.5 Creedmoor, top of the loophole Mark IV. I think it's a 5.5 to 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I was shooting secondary, which the secondary is limited to 5.56 or 308. So I went with a 5.56 with 77 with Black Hills, and it's solid. It's a solid shooter.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, good ammo, awesome guns.
Yeah, top-notch stuff for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
So I've been getting into that, trying to get better at it, and I'm trying to maybe compete in the next one, which is in a few months. Actually, quite a few months, right?
Well, Snipers Unknown is going to be the next big one that I know of that we're going to all do. I know that myself and Bryson are going to do it. I'm going to shoot primary. I've got an Accuracy International that I just put a barrel in 6 Creedmoor, and then he's going to shoot secondary, probably 6.5 Grendel, and then I think Rick's pairing up with KB32.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Nice.
Yeah. So and that's a 3-day event as well.
Yeah, that'll be fun. I've always wanted to try something like that, but there's not really too much of that out here, It's mostly desert, lots of snakes.
Where you at?
Now I'm in Vegas.
Okay.
But I was in the high desert in California.
Yeah, you had to move to America.
Yeah, I thought you were California, but nice. we did some shooting just outside of Vegas last year.
Yeah.
And we set up all the way out to 2,000 yards, but there are a lot of matches that Competition Dynamics runs. I don't know if you've heard of that, but
Competition Dynamics? No.
Okay, so you heard of Thunderbeast suppressors?
No.
Okay, well,
moving on then.
That's all right. They are based out of Cheyenne, Wyoming, and they hold matches in New Mexico, Wyoming, and Colorado, and they are awesome matches. And they're set up as team and individual, so it's good stuff.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, the nice thing about it out here, unlike I know, Rick, you have so many trees around you and stuff, but out here where I go shooting, I can shoot 2 miles, if I wanted to. You could stretch it out as far as the eye can see, and there's so many from Vegas as the strip. As people think about it as the strip, you can head in just about any direction from there and find long distance ranges to shoot at, or just BLM land, stuff like that. So it's great for long range out here.
Great for
no doubt.
YouTubers that shoot guns too.
Yeah, for
Hey,
sure.
I'm gonna lose some connection here, but I appreciate y'all having me on.
Have a good
Say something before you go.
He's good. He doesn't make videos, Bryson. Everybody's waiting on your videos.
I'm working on it.
I know.
I appreciate it, y'all.
Yeah, take the plunge.
All right.
Take care, man.
Take care.
Yeah, A Gun Guy
great
said he
shooter.
shot with Ray a long time ago. Ray Sanchez is a super, super good guy. Him and Zach, great guys to deal with over at Thunder Beast Arms.
Cool.
I got some cans coming, Will.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I need to get my hands on some. I that's been my next thing, but you know how it goes. You move to a free state, right? And pretty much all of my credit cards were like instantly maxed out. I got everything that I could right away, because you walk into the store and you're like, oh man, I can get this now and that now. And
yeah,
you know how it goes, right? So you spend all your money on this, and then you realize, oh, the important stuff would have been a suppressor or something like that would have been nice. I went from having 0 AR pistols to like 9 in a matter of 2 months.
exactly.
So
that was one of the things. I've been here 5 years now, Will, and I'm like,
has it already been 5 years?
yeah, I still have no suppressors. I'm a son of a. So I actually got rid of quite a few pistols, put them up for consignment at a local, gun shop, and now I got a Thunder Beast that's here. So the paperwork went in last week. I got to wait for jail, but luckily Ray, he can get his hands on it every once in a while because he's got the right credentials and stuff. So I can shoot it once in a while, but then I got 2 more coming. So
yeah.
But it's going to be about a year, he said. So that sucks ass.
Well, I mean, I just talked to the gun shop out here about them, and they said they were coming back significantly faster, depending on whether or not you did a trust. If you did a trust, it was going to take longer. If you didn't do a trust, then you can get it, significantly faster than a year. So which way did you go?
This was just straight to me, basically, just like
individual. Yeah.
Yeah, I went, and the reason for that is like my son's not even 18 yet. So when he gets to that point, I'll just fill out the paperwork again, but I'll have it, and then wait for the paperwork to go through. But yeah, I didn't do the trust way anymore. I just did it. So I had to drop the paperwork off at the sheriff's department, send the other ones to ATF. And you know what the great part is? If I would have done this shit 5 years ago, guess what I would have?
Yeah, a bunch of suppressors.
Yeah, so I'm like, I got to get this done. I keep talking about it. But now shooting long range, sometimes I'm the only guy that doesn't have a suppressor. So it sucks because I'm the noisy guy. Everybody's like, oh, shit, here goes Rick. He's going to shoot again. Everybody back up. Put your ear,
Yeah.
You're that guy.
Yeah, I'm always that guy. Dude, with this ammo, I was thinking about California and how we're from California. With ammo, the way that it goes like that, right? It goes super fast. They have to do background checks now for every ammo purchase, So you got to do a background check, and then if you want to go back and buy more, you got to do another background check. And you're like trying to stock up, so you go back for another 500 rounds. You got to do another background check. It's terrible.
Did they ever end up charging for the background checks?
They charge for the background checks. It's a small fee, I think, like $1 or $2, something like that.
Okay, it's not like they're blasting you with like a $25 thing.
Yeah, I don't think so. I left literally right before that happened.
Yeah. Well, that's what I told you. I was, years ago. How long ago did we shoot that 2A event for that?
It was probably 5-6 years.
Yeah. So it's been a while since I've, hung out, talked, whatever. And it has gotten ever since worse. One of the things that pushed me over the edge was remember how we couldn't get 100,000 people to sign the petition?
Oh God. Yeah,
I don't remember what it was even about now because
Gunpocalypse. Remember that?
Yeah, was it about the
Gunmageddon? Yeah.
So I was like, this is BS. I go, we got all these millions of people that shoot here in California, and the lazy asses won't get off their ass and sign the petition. Like,
man, I drove petitions all night. I mean, I got woken up 2:00 in the morning saying, hey, we have petitions here. If you could help us get these out. So I drove from my house, which was up near Magic Mountain, right up north of LA. I drove from my place all the way down to San Diego at 2:00 in the morning just to bring the petitions back to try to get people to sign them, and they still wouldn't sign them. It's like, look, if you're not going to stand up for your own Second Amendment, then maybe you deserve what you get. You know what I mean?
yeah,
What it
that's
came
what
down
frustrated
to.
me. And
Pissed me off.
I was like, trying to be a competitive shooter. Not that I was even close to even decent, but if it was a passion, you couldn't find it anywhere. You couldn't get this and that. And then they're saying, okay, you can only have this, and you can only buy so many of those. Like, I'm like, this is bullshit. I'm not. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't got time for that.
That's right. So
now it's the long range deal, huh?
Well, yeah. I mean, 3 guns. Well, it's been winter, so it's kind of been everything's kind of slowed down. But once it starts warming up, 3-gun matches will come back, and I haven't practiced. I haven't even shot a pistol really in a while.
In a week.
Yeah, it's been a week. Well, we shoot almost every day, so when I say a week, that's a long time.
Today was just long guns.
Yeah. So,
I'm getting my hands in 2 weeks. I'm getting my hands on that new Vortex 1 to 10.
Nice.
I'm curious to see how well it actually stacks up on the 1 power. I mean, because you're kind of stretching it out to 10, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm kind of curious when you bring it all the way down to 1, how 1 it is, you know?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, when these optics, right? Yeah, when these optics first came out, if you remember, there was no true 1s. They were all like 1.25, 1.5.
Yeah.
They claim to be 1s, you know?
Yeah. I will tell you, the Razor 1 to 6 and the Swarovski, the Z6i, were some of the best 1 power optics that I had used. And then when the Night Force came out with the NX8 and the ATACR 1 to 8, I bought them both and was very disappointed. Sold them within 2 months because when you were on, let's say you zoomed up to about 7 or 8 and you had everything set right, when you dialed into 1, it looked like you were looking at 1.4, 1.3. And so you had that going on. So, yeah, I mean,
on a Night Force.
Oh yeah, and
wow, for that kind of money.
I did some negative reviews on it, and it wasn't well received. But
it's honest.
It's honest, and it's what I noticed. You know, so
people get all pissed off because they care more about the name than what really matters. You know.
Well, I'm a huge Night Force guy, and I do shoot those on most of my long guns. But the 1 to 8, they dropped the ball on, and the ATAC-R 1 to 8 was a great optic, but they made the reticle too fat in the middle. I think that had a different purpose. They kind of promoted it for 3-gun, but that was really a combat optic, kind of like the 1 to 10 is. Right. The Vortex with that reticle is very similar to the Leupold, the Mark 6. That is, for lack of a better word, guys, that's a killing optic. That is for designated marksman type application. And I know that Vortex is kind of promoting that as a 3-gun optic as well. And hopefully it does work for that. But I know there's some special operations unit that uses the Vortex optics, and for good reason. It's a good optic.
Yeah, good glass, real clear. You know, it's quick and easy to use. I think the 1 to 10, like you're right though. It is. I think it's more combat oriented.
Yep.
You know. I don't know. I mean, I don't even know what the reticle is on that one. Do you? On the 1 to 10?
Yeah, I've actually studied it quite closely because those were actually out for fielding way back when. Those have been out for probably 7 months and not to the public. And so I had a chance to look at them, lay my hands on them, and it's a DM reticle is what it is. It's got ranging in there, just like the Leupold does, and that's its purpose.
Yeah,
I know that was kind of
first focal plane, right?
It is.
So you got to be probably dialed all the way to maybe 6, 8, 10 to be able to see that BDC. Because a lot of times these, 1X, when you get down to 1X, it's still freaking tiny. It's unusable. Yeah. You got to bring it up a little bit.
Yeah. So Eric, don't misconstrue what I'm saying. If you want to bring that up, Rick, I don't know. There are optics that are designed for just normal stuff. Okay, your normal target hunter and everything else. But then there are reticles that are designed for ranging men, for heights, and I'm not talking about the primary arms. I'm talking about the ones that actually have where you can grid them right in and then boom, you're on target without having to do any type of calculations or anything else based on shoulder widths, heights, everything else.
Right.
Most people will never ever need that unless they're using it in that. It's not going to be a benefit to them because, if they're shooting a round steel, they got to know how big it is and everything else. So that's what I mean when I say that. It's more of it's a true combat reticle. It's what it's for. Just like the ACSS, Dimitri designed that, and that has its purpose as well, in the ACOGs.
How was it at 10 power, though? Was it pretty clear?
Yeah, and I'm going to get my hands on one very soon to be mine personally, not just to look at. I've already got a contact for that, but I haven't been pushing it because I've been doing all this long range stuff. And, there's a bunch of DM matches that are coming up on the East Coast now that I think Edwards, who is the bending sniper instructor, is putting on. The next one's at Panteo.
All right. Yeah, because I did, right when they came out, I think it was during SHOT Show time, someone had said that at 10 power, it's a little milky.
Yeah, it's hard to get an optic to go from 1 all the way up. That's why it took so long. Remember, everybody had 1 to 4s. Mm-hmm. Then the 6s started coming out. And then some guys were going into 8s. And a lot of companies didn't mess with the 8s. And then now they're going to the 10s.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We'll see how it goes. It's the evolution.
Yeah, exactly. And then, when Geisley, they introduced their 1 to 6, and to me, it looks like it's a copy. I'm not going to say it's a copy, but it looks just like the Vortex Razor 1 to 6.
Yeah. I was. It's funny. I wish there was a company that would develop like the Elcan. Is it 139?
They have the 1 to 4, and then they have the 1.5 to 6, which I reviewed both of those, and those are solid optics. They're just huge.
Right. I reviewed one. It's a 139. Okay.
Yes.
So it starts off 1 power like a red dot. But I wish somebody would develop a similar level or a lever system to actuate the change in magnification, because that thing is so fast.
I know.
You're 0 to 9 in a half a second.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Yeah.
I wish they would put that on something like a Vortex, or I'm not the biggest fan of Vortex, but on something like that, 1 to 6, 1 to 8, 1 to 10.
Yeah.
It's a smart idea, but I think the case has to be so big, which in turn makes it a heavy scope too.
Yeah, it weighs a ton.
You're moving a magnifier in there. It's rotating,
right?
But the glass is super clear. It's a tried and true optic. It's got backup irons on it, but once again, it's a combat optic.
Yeah.
That's what it's meant to be, bomb-proof.
Yeah.
Turn these freaking
and
lights
you don't see many people shooting them in 3-gun.
No? You sure?
Well, every once in a blue moon. Every once in a blue moon, you'll see one. I know a guy was running one last year, and I told him, I was like, look, you're going to miss out on that mid-range. It's one or the other, and it's a great optic for what it is, but for 3-gun, there's times where you want that mid-range, and it's not available on that.
Yeah, 3-gun's fun.
Florida Bearded Fisherman asked if you got a Vortex, would you paint it? I have 2. One of them's on the 6.5 Creedmoor, and it's painted all badass. I don't care about painting stuff, guys. I keep telling you that. I scratch it. I don't care. Whatever.
Yeah, unless it's
He's
a safe clean.
Hey,
so I don't have any safe clean.
The first day I picked that up, the gun was still in the car. I was headed to Lowe's or Home Depot to get rattle cans.
Yeah, he was. Daniel M says he shoots from muscle memory, so he doesn't need sights. I think that's in jest, of course, but I can't do that with a rifle. I have to have some type of sight.
Close.
Yeah, that's my grandfather. He goes, "Oh, what are you doing taking so long? Watch this," and he just pulls it up, goes ping, 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 ping. You're like, Jesus, what the hell was that? He gets every single one. Back in World War fucking 6, and you're like, man, that's incredible. And he just does it. he just does it.
You know,
He doesn't even look.
on your ass.
Yeah, makes me feel stupid.
Well, Daniel M says he really can. So I mean, hey, if you can take a rifle with no sights and shoot targets at 1,000, 1,500 yards, that's on you. You right here.
Mhm.
You are the man.
Yeah,
You
teach me.
Yeah, show me, ninja.
Show me.
That's Yoda.
Now, Daniel, we're not talking about pistol and shooting from the hip. We do that as well, especially on plate racks and things like that.
I don't.
We were on targets, or we're talking about long range, and so it kind of morphed into that. I didn't know we were getting back into the other, but if you can do that with a rifle, you are the man.
Yeah, that's badass.
Well, not even 1,500 yards, 700 yards without sights, that'd be tough.
700 yards with iron sights is freaking tough.
Now, iron sights we can do. We've done that already.
You can. I missed the damn thing.
I'm thinking video idea myself, huh?
There you go. Yeah.
See if you can get it done.
There's all sorts of craziness that can happen.
Yeah, there was Eric had a really good question talking about the electro optics, like the ATNs and all that. And I've had a chance to play with a lot of those, and they've come a long ways in a short amount of time, and the price is also coming down as well. So yeah, I mean, that's opened up a whole new thing because you can record on screen. You've got optical zoom, or digital zoom. It's a great thing right now because everyone's in the long range, and it's making all the manufacturers start to think outside of the box. And we're seeing all these really cool products, just like the Trijicon. They can read wind out to 500 yards. And it does incredible. It off the dust particles. Now, never mind that it's $8,000, but it's a tool.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm waiting another week or so. I'm getting this optic. I'm really curious about it. I forget the brand, but they have 6-24, and it has a fixed 3x thermal on top.
Okay.
So basically, you're sitting, just your standard second focal plane scope on the bottom, and then you lift your eye up an inch, and now you got a fixed 3x thermal.
Wow, that's cool.
It's pretty cool for hunting, I think. Those types of applications where you've got your eye on it. Maybe it's a little bit hard to see dusk, right? Then you pick your eye up, and then bam, you got something, a heat signature, and you're good to go. The technology is just out of control. There's no way you could have thought of that 5-6 years ago.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, or just like the Daily Shooter. I don't know if you follow my channel or seen anything with Rick or anybody on there, but
a little bit.
I run a Wilcox Raptor on some of these events that allow it because a lot of the guys on the field are doing it, and it mounts on top, and it's very reminiscent. Do you remember when Silencer came out with the Radius, and it was a laser rangefinder that you mounted on the top or on the side?
I do kind of remember it, yeah.
Well, the Wilcox Raptor is built for the military, and there's a lot of groups that use them. And basically, once you get everything dialed into whatever optic you're using, you basically bring it up on target, hit the button, and it will tell you what your hold is and exact yardage. It'll tell you the cant and the rifle, and it's good out to 1,500 meters. And it works.
Do you guys remember? It was I think it was maybe it was 4 years ago. It was the dumbest damn scope I ever seen in my life, and it got so much coverage on YouTube. And it was the one where you would put your scope on target, and then you would press a button to lock it in that position.
Yes,
and
tracking
then
point.
you could move.
That was the tracking point.
Right, and then the second you came over, it would fire.
Yes, that is correct. And the military actually fielded like 12 of those for trials because it could take. Because it can take anyone and turn them into a sniper, basically.
Yeah, but the way that I saw it was you got to be on target in the first place anyway, right?
You have to lock it on target first. Once you lock it, it will not fire until that target it's figured the solution for it. And so there was actually there was something on the end of the gun, and there was special ammo you had to use for it. But it works. Yeah, it absolutely works. Yeah.
Okay, so it would actually figure a solution for the shot. So you wouldn't necessarily. Because that was why I thought it was stupid, was just because I'm on target doesn't mean I'm going to hit it, right? I may need some holdover. I may need to hold
it does all of that for you. You just have to lock it.
Huh. Yeah. All right, well, I'll take it back then.
Heat-seeking missile, basically.
Oh, shit. Yeah. But whatever happened to that? I mean, is that still a thing?
You know, I don't know where that went. All of a sudden, it got quiet. So who knows what's going on with that thing? It could be somewhere else.
Yeah, no shit.
They could be out there actually. Maybe somewhere. Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know. I want
Daniel M's throwing humor into it.
Heat-seeking bullets. How are you guys able to read the chat?
You have to hit on live comments on the right.
Yeah, hit the comments.
There they are.
Yeah, there's quite a few people watching. We got 52 right now.
Yeah, we'll see you, Elster.
Have a good night, Elster. He's got a good channel too, Will. I don't know.
Yeah, he does. Todd's a good guy.
Who's this?
The Elster.
Elster's Reloading. Elster's Rifle and Reloading, I believe it is.
I see it.
Yeah, rifles and reloading.
I'll have to check it out.
He does a lot of long range stuff.
Okay, so DW asked, what's my favorite iron sight? I need to know if we're talking, what we're talking about. We're talking about pistols. We're talking about rifles.
How's your crappy internet getting that question before me? I don't understand.
I don't know, because I had the girls inside turn off the Netflix. So
oh, gotcha.
You're stealing my bandwidth.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, it's mine. It's dark. It's mine. Man, it's been a long time.
We'll see you, Fuzz Fort. Take care.
So you got 3 kids now, right, Will? You said?
Yeah, 3 kids, man.
3
7,
kids.
6, and 3.
7, 6, and 3. Okay, so you had 2 kids last time I saw you. You busy man, you.
Rifles. Yeah, we have a good time here. We make babies.
Okay, so DW, he's referring to rifles and specifically 5.56. He's talking about iron sights. I usually shoot a red dot on everything, and it's usually going to be an aim point, 2 minute of angle. And my irons are usually going to be folded down, and they are going to be Knight's Armaments. I run those on pretty much everything because it is just a backup in case my dot goes out. That is the only reason I have them. But yeah, those are my favorite ones. I pretty much have them on every setup I have.
I use Magpul and Bus Poly sights on just about everything still to this day.
Hey, they work. They're good.
Yeah, they're nice and
they're fine. I've never had a problem with them, so I just go with it, you know?
Heck yeah.
And I prefer the M-Bus Pros just because they're metal, but in reality, the Poly ones, I've beat them up just as much, and they've never given me a problem. And I can afford them.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But, everybody's got their poor horse rifle out there, right? Couple of the poor horse rifles.
Have you ever shot a 2011, Will?
No, I went to a shoot for STI and checked out a couple of their new 2011s. They're incredible, dude. I want to get one.
I don't know if you should do that actually.
Really?
Because you're gonna hate everything else.
No, I legit accidentally popped off a round with it. So the stuff that they bring out, obviously the triggers are they've been smoothed out. They're not like your typical gonna ship out guns, but I was standing there and I was on target. So it's not like I had a negligent discharge or like unsafe or anything like that, but I was on target. I was pressed out. I put my finger on the trigger and it just went bam, like Jesus. I looked at the guy next to me. I'm like, he's all, the triggers are about 2 pounds.
Yeah. Yeah, they're fun. They are fun to shoot, man. I tell you.
Yeah. They're nice.
Yeah. So Bald answered the question for me real quick. I said, Knight's Armament, KNIGHT. Knight's Armament would be the irons. They are a little expensive if you can source them. And then also Tim Davis says, do I co-witness the irons with the red dot or off to the side? Almost always they are going to be co-witnessed with the red dot in the flip down position. I only run a 45 degree when I'm running a magnified optic, and that is typically going to be on like a DM match or something. I'm not into the whole try to look cool thing, but if I need to hurry up and go to a dot and I'm on 7 power, I don't have to reach up and grab anything, and I can just go straight over. I still run a 50-yard zero on that. And once you get those dialed in, you're good to go. They're good out to 200, no problem.
That's what you did on the last match, actually.
Correct. That last DM that I shot, and I won the designated division. That's exactly what I did, and I didn't have to monkey around with anything. I could leave the scope where I needed it and just roll right over.
Yeah, smart.
Now, there's a lot of guys that do that in 3-gun if they're in open division, because you're allowed to run multiples. But if you're in factory or practical, or what they call tactical or practical, you can't do that because open division automatically. So
you can run,
but you cannot
yeah, you
run
can run irons 45.
Correct.
Yeah.
We'll
You
see
got
you
any crazy
gigabytes.
new plans coming up, Will?
Nope.
How's your neck?
Just the same old stuff, man. Just trying to survive with all the demonetization and everything. It's just killing me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's hitting you hard just because you're big.
3 times in 6 months.
Wow.
Now,
It
have
makes
you
it
done
rough.
what we're doing?
You know what's crazy?
you-
I always
Yeah.
thought, like, when your channel got over 100,000, like, you'd start getting ammo sponsors and like all this stuff. I thought these guys just like had it made. You know, I'm still spending more money than probably the channel takes in as far as like AdSense is concerned. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah,
I spend thousands a month just on ammo. You know, people are like, "Oh, you probably make a ton of money." It's like, dude, you got this free gun. Well, the gun cost $400. I spent $650 in ammo to test it. 5 days out in the middle of the desert. You know, 9 hours of editing, and yeah, I think the gun paid for itself for sure.
Yeah. I
You
noticed
pay for it in some way.
a lot of Glock stuff lately.
Well, you know, in California, we didn't have much to do. Like, we couldn't get the new guns, so Glock modification kind of became the thing to do. You wanted something new, you get a Glock, and then you make it your own.
Yeah.
That was the only way to have anything that looked kind of different, you know? Otherwise, you were stuck with your Gen 3s, and, you know, we still had some good ones. We had some CZs and stuff like that, but you couldn't really... I think the best gun on the roster was either a Gen 3 Glock or maybe a SIG Scorpion, you know? But there wasn't anything available.
Now,
Yeah.
correct me if I'm wrong, but that list gets smaller every day, right?
Every year, yeah. Most of the manufacturers are set up to the 20th. I believe it's the 20th of December each year, and so there's companies out there, like, for instance, and one of the reasons why I like Glock and the reason I stand up for them a lot of times, even if I know there's no Glock perfection and still plastic sights, but Glock said, look, as long as California will allow the Gen 3 to be on the roster, we will continue to have a manufacturing facility just for the Gen 3 for California as long as you need it. So I thought that was pretty cool. It's very stand-up, you know?
That's very cool, actually. I did not know that.
Yeah,
that
so
is cool.
they'll keep making the Gen 3 as long as they're restricted.
Yeah, because it seems like there was a lot of good stuff I was able to get, but it was because of the fire investigation side. Where, in California, I was able to get Leo stuff, basically. So
yeah, you could get the blue label stuff.
Yeah, and it was like, oh man.
Hey, you need a special noise or something when somebody donates like that. You know, like a horn, like a wah-wah.
How about that?
Yeah, dude.
There you go.
You need read his comment though.
Let me click on it right here. I have a friend with an unfortunate accident leaving him paralyzed. If you can share, it would be much appreciated. GoFundMe. Help bring Daniel home, Seattle, Washington. He watches X-Ring Inter 6 cover. So
I will go there.
Okay, help.
Is there a link or something? How do you find it?
If you just go to
Help bring Daniel
GoFundMe
home?
and then probably type that in, it'll pop up.
Oh, I see.
Okay, cool. Will do. Is that the person, the young, like, workout strong? I might have seen something on that lost his leg? No, that's crazy. This guy was paralyzed. Okay. That's horrible.
Yeah, that's rough.
It is rough. A cowbell. There you go. Yeah, we need a cowbell.
Yeah, cowbell.
How about
Somebody donate you to ring that thing.
6'5" Creedmoor brass.
Hey, DW says you need to do camouflage is your 6 covered hats. What do
All
I
right,
think?
when I
Yeah,
get
man,
back to
make that happen.
California after the Bud Light virus goes away, I will get some. Now, do you guys like flex fits or do you like the one Ray has? Turn it around, fool. You like that backstrap thing?
That's a Richardson cat with a cam over buckle. I like it.
He's like, take it easy, leave my hat alone.
I didn't
That's
say
it.
anything bad about
He
it.
was like, "You need a flex fit," and I'm like, "A flex fit doesn't fit my head well."
It doesn't fit your.
No, when I put it on, it looks like it's that tall. I mean, it looks like I have a top hat on.
I don't know how you have that much brains when you don't have that big of a head, but you are one smart dude. So
No, I'm not smart. I'm just crafty.
Hey, look, I don't care what kind of hats you make, as long as they're not like nothing fancy hats.
oh,
They're
those
the
suck.
bicycle hats.
Yeah, what is it? I don't know.
Oh, are
freaking
you
dork.
serious?
Ah,
They're
that
like
guy
the little
kills
bill
me.
that comes up.
Yeah, he's got the
No, it's
you know,
that,
the
like,
rounded sides right here.
yeah, it's like
You
a.
know, and he puts his
Yeah,
little
I know exactly what you're talking about.
killing me. And then he wears his fanny pack with his EDC in it. Hang on 1 second. Unzip. You're mine.
You do like
know?
the adjustable hats.
God, that guy drives me nuts. I know a lot of people are fans of nothing fancy, just not me.
What other requirements would you guys like to see out there in the chat about hats? Like truckers' hats. Like, see, I'm almost 50 years old, so I can't really wear a flat bill
You
hat.
can't pull that off, Rick. You're too old for that.
No. And then
Yeah.
some people wear it over their ears. Like I have a 50-year-old buddy, and he thinks he's still 20, and he like has a flat bill and it covers his ear. He's probably watching right now, and he's probably calling me a dick.
Yeah.
but it's what it is. I'm like, man.
Yeah. All you need is a skateboard, man. You got it pulled off.
Yeah. Well, he plays like he's 20, but he gets hurt like he's 50 sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Who's this?
I don't think you met Dino.
No, huh?
Yeah, a buddy of mine and one of my best buds in Cali.
Gotcha.
Curved bills, adjustable strap or Velcro. Ray's hats are super nice. I got it's up the bedroom. He does have a nice hat.
All right, we'll see you.
You gotta have a little
Take
head,
care.
though. You gotta have a little head.
No, you don't. Sam can pull this off, and he's bigger than all three of us. He's still hiding over here in the corner.
What's up, Sam? Look at that trunk monkey. What kind of backing do you have on your hat, Will?
Oh, I remember before I started YouTube, I was a trucker, so.
That's right. Oh, that's right.
So trucker it is.
Trucker hat. Rick, you have to turn your hat backwards. All right.
You know, I like trucker hats.
Like this a lot. Huh?
And they ventilate well, but if you wash them, that back material will a lot of times get torn up, and so that's why I opted out of that.
Yeah, that's why I just throw it away and get another one.
Yeah,
Can't wash these.
That's the reason why I like these hats, because it's you can sweat in them and it doesn't make the line. This is also a Richardson hat, but it's out of
Oh, jeez. Look at you guys showing
Bad
off.
Billy, I am glad you are wearing that hat. That's awesome that you're wearing it. Thank you.
You guys are awesome.
Let's see. Title. I like the title. I just had a shooting a half-mile south of me. Well, Hutch has been having some excitement going on. Oh, damn it.
2 men in a truck?
Every time 2 men in a truck. Wow.
Yeah, Levi, I absolutely wash my hats. I wash them very regularly.
That sounds funny. Very regularly.
I do not have a job besides YouTube. Well, I guess sort of I do. I work with some companies now who ask me to try and break their stuff. So basically, there's companies out there now who will hire me to take something out that might be new to the market to see if I can get it to break so that they can fix it before it actually goes to the public.
Yep.
So I'll get something out, run it, see if it works. If it doesn't pass muster, then they'll go back and figure it out. And then 6 months later, it'll come out with a working model. So yeah, there's other sources of revenue besides YouTube, but YouTube is my primary. I have stuff blow up in my face for a living. It's great. which actually just happened like 3 weeks ago.
On what?
It was like an AR-9 style pistol, you know?
Yep.
And I had it braced, and I was sitting on the back end of my truck. And what happened was the feed ramp, which is not a solid state feed ramp, it's actually pinned in, came a little bit loose. And so what happened was it lifted up and locked the back of the cartridge just slightly out of battery. And so when I pulled the trigger, it went boom. But the problem was everything that the case and everything that came out went off the back of my truck and back into my face. And when I pulled off, I always wear, my safety glasses. Pulled off my safety glasses, and right where my eye would have been, you could still see the brass scratches in the lens. So yeah,
Wow.
it sucked.
I seen that video. That was pretty gnarly.
Yeah, it hurt, man. I was bleeding in 2 or 3 different areas.
LZ says I look like a baseball catcher.
Yeah, you kind of do.
Well, this is actually an umpire hat. This is made for umpires. See the UMP? That is an actual umpire's hat.
No, that's made by H&K. Come on, it's a UMP.
How do you wash hats and then get them effed up?
Okay, well, the biggest thing is do not wash a trucker hat with anything with Velcro in there, okay? Because the Velcro will grab the trucker's hat and it is done, finished. Basically, I throw the hats in there by themselves. I'll wash them and then I'll hang them to air dry. And you can do that forever and a day. But I usually wash my hats about every 3 days or so. I will not wear a hat over and over, especially being in the South. It also helps keep black hats from getting completely faded out from a sweat ring. But I'm a little, like the other guy said, I'm a little OCD when it comes to that. Rick is on P break.
So what's your favorite barrel for long range in 6.5 right now?
Proof.
Oh yeah.
So so I've been shooting proof for about 3 years now, and previous to that, I was a big fan of Bartlein. I love the Bartlein barrels. However, I'm shooting an AI, an Accuracy International now, and it comes with an AI barrel, but I just switched from 6.5 Creedmoor down to 6 Creedmoor. And you can get the pre-fit barrels from Proof. So I just got one in today. Rick and I were actually out on the range for about 4 hours getting it broken in. I did a full video tutorial of breaking that in. And so, yeah, right now it's going to have to be Proof.
Yeah, they make incredible barrels. So they take their time to make them. They don't rush them out. QC is on point. Yeah, you get
Absolutely.
what you pay for that for sure.
Yeah, shoot for them as well. I think Greg Hamilton, some other guys that I know. I love their products. A lot of guys, I hear a lot of people badmouth, oh, it's not worth the money. Most of those people that I've talked to have never actually owned one of them. And it's like, until you actually try one and shoot it, they're quality barrels. I mean, I haven't had one go south on me yet. And they've all shot lights out from the get-go. I mean, today we literally put on that barrel, and then 15 minutes later, we've got quarter MOA groups, and we haven't even taken out to the long range yet.
Nice.
Bald and Curious wears a hat for 3 years without washing it. I can believe that, Val.
Well, he lives in New York. He never sweats.
Wait one.
All right, your turn. Yeah.
It says, tell Sam to sit down. He's making us nervous. Have a seat, man.
I'm working on this BSF right now. This is just a 223 Wild, for an AR. But this thing has actually been really surprising me. I didn't, because it seems like, so the BSF barrels, they're carbon fiber wrapped, and it's kind of like got a real thin profile to the middle of it, and the way they do it was supposed to be nice. And I was kind of curious, for a $600 and something barrel for an AR, how well do these things work? And this is one that I've been working on. It's going to have a video on soon, but I tell you, that's a nice barrel right there too.
So from what I could see, that was a little reminiscent of a Christensen barrel. Are they doing that together, or is that completely separate company?
You know what? That's actually a good question. I do not know.
Okay.
Yeah. But I know it's all in the way you wrap that carbon fiber, and from what I can tell, they're doing it pretty good. So, I mean, all things considered, with a standard semi-automatic, seems great.
So, yeah, I do want to answer this one question. DW says he's a believer in Faxon barrels. I have actually been to Faxon's facilities, walked around, seen all the inside and outside of that place. They do make a good quality barrel, but I don't believe they make a match barrel. And I can say this because, I shot for Cobalt Kinetics last year, and my barrels were Faxon barrels. And although they were great, I had some other barrels that were a little better, that were more match barrels. And so I did replace all my Cobalt Kinetics Faxon barrels with match barrels. Now, whether that was going to be from Roscoe, which I shot some Roscoe barrels, and also Proof. Look, Faxon's a good all-around barrel. There's no doubt about it. But I don't know if it's going to be what I would consider match grade.
Yeah, I don't know if Faxon actually even makes or advertises that they make a match barrel.
They do not, and that's according to the owner, which I actually spoke to both of them. They're brothers that own that facility, and I've been every building they've gotten there, talked to them for quite a while, and they said they do make a great barrel, but they're not into any of the match barrels. Okay, so take that for what it's worth.
Yeah, they're nice. They're nice barrels. They're, a lot of them are designed to have, good harmonics, and the way that the barrel's shaped, and they're lightweight profile barrels are supposed to last longer than others and stuff like that. So they do make really nice barrels.
Yes.
Hey, Mark.
Yes.
Billy had a question. Seekins, did you answer this one?
Ray, you ever test a Seekins barrel can a proof? I don't.
Versus a proof is what he meant to say.
Oh, no, I do not have any Seekins barrels whatsoever. I've never had the opportunity to shoot one.
I don't think I have either.
I know that Rob, our Rob that we know, Pop's Quest, his rifle is a Seekins, but I didn't have a chance to shoot it last time we were all together.
That's actually on his DMM rifle, I believe.
I don't know if that's his DMM, because that Seekins is a 6.5 Creedmoor. That's more of his long-range gas gun. I don't consider a 6.5 a DM. That's a little big cartridge for a designated marksman.
I was thinking I thought I put one in there as well.
Yeah, someone did have a good question. I was looking for it. I just lost it.
Count?
Yeah, so what's a good round count for breaking in a new 6.5 barrel? Today we broke in that Proof barrel, and by the time it started printing tight groups, I think we were at shot number 9. However, that is a premium barrel. A lot of those are going to be hand lapped. But as a rule, just like when I told Rick with his Tika, with his T3AX, I said I wouldn't be surprised if it takes about 15 to 20 rounds before it starts coming in and printing tight groups and being what I consider broke in. And I think at about 15 or 18 rounds, your rifle came right in, didn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so that's your initial break-in. But I think your accuracy is going to continue to get better 100, 200 rounds, and then at that point it's kind of leveled off. And then when you see it to start open back up, that's when you need to start considering, decoppering it, taking it, stripping it back down, and then basically building that copper equilibrium back up. Everyone's rifle is going to be a little different, depends on how fast you're shooting it, your rate of fire and everything else. But once you see those groups start opening, go ahead and take that copper out.
Big question of the day there, Will, is does the daily
You missed this earlier.
Yeah, Ray was eating kimchi earlier.
I don't even know what kimchi is.
All right, it's a Korean dish.
Sauerkraut.
It's not rotten. Well, kind of.
If it makes gas and it blows the jar up,
what?
Yeah,
it's fermenting. Come on. I mean,
for God's sakes, people. Let's have a hamburger, for crying out loud.
Hey, I had a hamburger today too. We did a cookout.
I'm too white to get adventurous like that, man. Ketchup is on the hot end for me,
All right, you had the one question somebody had asked.
Oh, gigabytes. So I am not nothing fancy, but I know motorcycles better than I know guns. And you're absolutely right. It just depends on if you're talking about, a V twin or, four cylinder. You're talking about horizontally opposed, like a boxer. Even like the boxers, those can go about 15,000 before they start considering them broken in. I'm a huge motorcycle guy. I originally started the channel to do a lot with motorcycles, and everyone told me not to cross brand the channel. But at this point, I'm about to say heck with it. I'm getting ready to start doing some motorcycle content.
Hey, Rick, you remember Jarhead6?
Yeah.
He's crossing his channel over now to motorcycle vlogging since guns are
He
getting beat up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I talk to him every once in a great blue moon.
Yeah, but he just got beat up so hard for the gun thing and demonetization and everything else. He's starting to go over to the motorcycle side.
Yeah, he's trying to figure out a way to pay bills. I don't blame him at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, dude, his wife's a cop now, so she's the sugar mama.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
You guys like?
I'll never get away from the guns, but they're hitting my channel really hard as well. You guys all know it, especially. I mean, matter of fact, KB32 called me within 30 minutes that morning, telling me that you had gotten demonetized along with Guns and Gear. Yeah, Guns and Gadgets. That's right. Mm-hmm. And I was like, dang it! And then the very next day, he got hit.
Yep, I saw that. Yeah, I just couldn't believe it. But I think we both kind of screwed up because we had all my links in the description box are pretty much to like Amazon, it's my camera gear. I put links to my camera equipment that I use in there, and then like certain optics, because you can get aim points and tactical optics on Amazon. And so, certain aim points I'll be able to put in there, like the Pro and stuff. And I think I got dinged for that, for linking. Even though it's just to Amazon, I linked to a rifle optic, and I think that's what got me this time.
Yeah. Yeah, KB32 was telling me the same thing. He was thinking it was the links that were in there.
Yeah, because last time I removed all my links, and that's how I got remonetized.
Gotcha.
So hopefully it gets remonetized. Try again in 30 days. If it gets remonetized, just I hope for him, just start a website. That's what I did. I spend $20 a month. I go through GoDaddy, created my own website. I just send people over there. It's got everything that you want, and I don't have to worry about it. But I screwed myself,
Yeah. Yeah, Gigabyte says, Ray on a Harley, come with me if you want to live. I need Val to say that.
Have you guys got any experience? I know Ray does with the 338, but how about the Norma? You guys, I don't have any.
I've had a bunch of the 338 Lapuas, love it. No Normas. I've heard a lot of good things about them, but no experience with them.
All right. How about you, Will? No?
No, me either. I love the 338, but honestly, personally, I just couldn't afford to shoot it. So.
Yeah, that's definitely both of them probably.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, TB brings up a good point here because Rick and I were doing, Rick is the one that got me into YouTube 2 years ago. And it started off as a gun channel. It was kind of cool. I enjoyed it, like sharing the information. I try to share as much information as I can. But once they started hitting us both really hard, we started doing some knife reviews. There's a local knife company here, Microtech. They make some of the best knives around. If you've heard of them, if not, you've probably seen our channel. I enjoy them. So we started doing these torture tests, and they don't touch it. It's like they don't care about the knife stuff. And those actually started doing pretty well. And so I'm enjoying doing those. Yeah, we got to look elsewhere because they're hitting everything.
Well, Microtechs are like a collectible industry on their own. People will get every new Microtech as it comes out because they're just so nice.
Yeah, and these guys give us grief because we're out here. I'm not going to say destroying them, but we are shooting them and stuff like that.
Hey, Will, I got my 6,000 subscriber giveaway I need to do. Maybe I ought to send you one and then have you tell them about it to come over.
Yeah, I can help. I can help promote it for you. I'll help push it for you.
Yeah.
I'll just mention it in one of the videos I got coming up. So we can send some people over your way.
I'll do a giveaway.
Someone here said, someone start GunTube. They have a YouTube-ish streaming service called Gunstreamer, but I just don't understand why it's not picking up streams. So it's like Full 30, Gunstreamer. You have these other YouTube places. But you got to think about it. People sit there and they watch cat videos for an hour, and then they go back to their gun stuff, and then they go back to the cat videos. And, that's unless you have everybody in this one location for everything. It's like Walmart, right? You walk in and you have everything available to you. And so even though people hate Walmart, they still go there for groceries because then you can buy, A, B, or C afterwards. And that's kind of what YouTube is. There's other gun YouTubes out there that they're not going to, unless they open up to everything, they won't ever catch up.
See, and I'm on Gun Streamer, and all my videos go over there to be saved, basically. But I don't get any views because no one.
No, me either.
I don't even push it, but
I think my biggest video has like 23 views.
Yeah, see, and you're a way larger channel than I am.
I mean, that should tell you something, though. It's people just aren't going over to them. You can create them all day, but nobody's going to go there.
Yeah, YouTube is what it is. Unfortunately, the paper factor, I haven't seen that anymore.
Hey, so how was your first hurricane over there on the east side?
Man, I'm so far jammed up into the mountains of North Carolina on the west coast that all we usually would get was rain. Like, we don't get chaos for the most part.
Hey, you know what's funny? When I lived in California, I lived through all the big earthquakes, right? Yeah. The 94 earthquake was, a big one. Yeah. Things are collapsing all around us. It was nasty. I'm thinking I moved to Vegas and I get away from the earthquake. So I'm pretty excited. I'm out here in Vegas. First month here, I think second week here, we had a freaking big earthquake. People were stuck in hotels for hours in the Mandalay Bay elevators. People were stuck for over a day.
In the elevator?
Yeah. So the elevators all locked up and got stuck, and even fire EMS, nobody could get to the people that were inside because they were stuck between floors and they couldn't. Yeah, it was a big thing. It was all over the news.
I've rescued so many people out of elevators.
Yeah.
But if you don't do it a lot, you don't, it's a tricky thing. But
well, nobody out here is used to earthquakes. You should have seen, by the time the earthquake in Ridgecrest got here, it was still pretty good. But people freaked out like it was an 8.0. Everybody talked about it like it was crazy. I'm like, man, you guys don't know earthquakes.
It's so funny because people would be like, oh, there's no way I wouldn't want to live where an earthquake is. And I'm like, earthquakes are easy, man.
Earthquakes are easy. You give me a hurricane, I'm going to shit my pants.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like a tornado at night where you can't see that son of a bitch coming. Who knows where it's coming from, right? Like, that's the stuff I would worry about.
That's the stuff that would scare me, man. Earthquakes suck and they're scary, but if you're in a modern structure, you're going to be fine.
Yeah, for the most part.
So said the people in that bridge in Frisco. Remember when it collapsed?
Yeah. Hey, Sam, you got to... Oh, I clicked the wrong one again. Sam, what's up, man?
How y'all doing?
Good.
How long have you guys been talking?
I'm sorry?
How long were you guys talking before I got here?
An hour, probably.
You do this for a long time.
Oh, we're just having fun, man. It's all good.
I'm going to go to a local gun shop out here tomorrow and I'm thinking about doing a live interview with the store manager about all the BS that's happening with panic buying.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I'm going to head over there. We'll talk to him and kind of get his perspective because when I walked in to do my live video on this FFL, no joke, there was this, 4'11" Asian lady that was up there and she had, the old like World War I aircraft glass leather like flight goggles. No shit, she had those on with the gold glass back, and then a paper face mask, and she was there to buy a gun. And I'm like, oh, I gotta explore this a little bit more.
Here's a good answer for you, Will.
Oh, let me see. Rick is 3-hour streams.
Oh yeah, every night.
Does your wife not want to be around you or what? Mine's like my wife, when I said I'm going out to the garage to talk to Rick for a little bit, she's like, all right, hurry up.
My wife said, another chat, really? I was like, yeah, Rick's doing a chat.
Yeah, he'll get mad at me if I say no.
If you gotta go, you gotta go. I'm not gonna hold you hostage. But it's fun, man. A lot of fun.
As long as I hear the kids screaming in there, dude, I'm happy out here. So
exactly. See, I'm probably saving you right now.
Yeah, she's probably watching too. Hi, honey.
She on there?
All right, there was a question LZUSA had. I want to go ahead and address it just to see if there's any interest. So some of you guys, I recognize some of the names on here through Rick's chat. I was an international instructor for BMW Motorrad. I did that for 13 years as well as the cars. I helped bring the curriculum from Munich and Hechlingen back to the United States and started that program here at BMW Manufacturing down in Greenville, South Carolina. So what I was wanting to do to answer the question, I do not have a motorcycle right now, but I have a little KZ250, and then I have access to a Honda Africa Twin. I've always ridden KTMs, like the larger dual sport adventure touring, so like the 1150s or the 1250 GSs. I've always had a 1200 GS. So what I was wanting to do, because I am no longer with BMW, I was actually going to do a series, and it would be a long series, and it would essentially be teaching the curriculum that is still taught to this day, but doing it in a video format. Right now, I'm still trying to work out the mics and everything else, but that's what I'm looking at.
Man, you're like a chronic overachiever, dude.
I don't know about that, but yeah, KTM 690 is awesome. It is. I had a couple of the paint shakers, the 640s. I raced the KTM 450s and the 250s for a while. But yeah, this is something I've never really brought to light on the channel ever, but I've done it on a couple of Rick's chats, just talking about it. I think I actually did a demo of how to shoot and use a motorcycle as cover. Because I used to teach that as well, because we do a lot of teaching to police and military on how to use that as cover and concealment.
Where am I buying Walmart now, or where am I buying ammo now that Walmart is out? So a while back, I actually stopped buying from Walmart anyway. So I know it's more expensive, but I was going to the gun shops and buying ammo there because if you remember, after Trump got elected, it was really tough for the gun industry, local shops and stuff like that. They actually started hurting because people were just the sales slowed so much that I ended up spending probably more money than I should on ammo. But I went there and I order 1,000 rounds, a case, a half case, whatever from those guys. So I stopped going to Walmart before they stopped selling ammo.
Got it. Yeah, right now it's going to be worse for sure.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, but the cheap stuff was nice, man. You could get tool ammo. I don't shoot steel case, but you could get tool ammo at Walmart for like $5.47 a box, and those days are over.
Yeah, I know. I got some old boxes of some stuff, and I'm like, I can't even get it for 4 times the price. Man.
Well, I remember you used to do video on spam cans, right? For like the Mosin.
No, that's not me.
That wasn't you?
No,
you never had the spam cans?
I still don't own a spam can or a Mosin. I've never liked it. Actually, Ray and I talked about this the other day.
Yeah, we were at a gun store the other day. I was like, Rick, look, here's your Mosin. He goes, I hate those things. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't want one of those.
You used to be able to buy crates of those things, and now they're going for several hundred a piece. I was like, what?
Yeah, the one in the store was like $390, and I was like, geez, these things were like 80-something bucks.
Yeah, you buy a 5-pack in a crate.
Yeah.
Shit, that's crazy. Yep.
We actually got out on the one wheel the other day. We did a video, and we were on a one wheel and did some shooting from it. But yeah, that's my daughter, so she's taken to that, so I don't really mess with it too much anymore.
She's good at it too.
Yeah, things are changing.
Top Shot. Were we talking about my gun the other night?
Yeah, they were probably talking about your Top Shot pistol. But I actually, he might have been referring to this because we never had a chance to finish it. We got sidetracked. When I was at BMW years ago, I don't watch any TV. So the thing is these guys were like, man, there's a show out. You need to go on it. I'm like, what are you talking about? And they told me about Top Shot. They said, you need to do an audition tape. So I actually filmed an audition tape down at BMW, and it's got me doing some stuff in cars and motorcycles and everything else. But as the selection process kept getting further and further, what happened was they said, could you come out to California for the final selection? And they gave me the dates. Well, I was going to be in Munich, Germany for a month and a half, and I was like, I can't do it. And they're like, sorry, you're out. And I was like, okay, no big deal. See you later. But it was a fun little deal. That's my only experience with Top Shot.
Boom.
Oh, shit. I just cut
Yeah,
it. Like, I
that
just cut
beard
like an
is
inch and a
dope
half
because I
off.
can't grow one.
Hey,
Neither
just
can
so you
Rick.
know, when I met Will, he didn't have any gray right here, I don't think.
No, that's what 3 kids will do. I didn't have any gray before I had kids. And then all of a sudden, the color just started disappearing.
Yeah.
This
As
is
long as you
real.
can, as long as it stays, you're good. Hey,
Yeah.
kudos to your brother getting that award. That's badass, man.
Yeah.
Shake
Yeah.
that Blair.
He was able to get some people out of a house fire, which started from a transformer. So there's I don't know what the hell they're called. He does that stuff, but yeah, caught a house on fire. So but he does shit like that all the time, man. He just happens to be at the right place at the right time to save people, I guess.
Yeah. That's good. It's either lucky or not lucky, depending on what part of your career you're in.
Well, yeah, better than nobody being there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that on, I think it was a Facebook probably.
Instagram, I think.
That was an Instagram. Yeah. I was like, that's awesome. That is awesome.
Oh, my battery is running low.
No worries. Yeah, we're going to end this in 10 minutes. I don't know if you can hang out for 10, but we're going to end it at 2 hours. Usually I do an hour and a half, but, we got the special guest star on here,
Oh, geez. I'm no different than you guys. Numbers don't mean shit.
I'm glad your channel's blowing up, man. That's awesome.
I'm glad the channel's getting big too, but when they watch people like Such and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, he's got 800,000 subscribers." Big deal, man. I don't care if you have 5 million subscribers. If you don't know what you're talking about, then you're an idiot. You know what I mean? So I'm no different than the guy that has 300 subs who's trying to make his way up to the bigger numbers. It's just all about being honest and what people know.
We did have a chance to do the Iraq Veteran 8888, their last range day last year. That was fun.
I was actually going to that, so I had the invite, got everything good to go, was going to range day, and I got demonetized right before, and that was the money that was going to fund my trip to Georgia.
Oh, shit.
So that got shut down. Hopefully I'll make it next year.
Yeah, that'd be cool to hook up again.
Hey, did you know Vegas is closed?
The casino?
Everything's closed. So totally shut down. All MGM properties. So you got MGM, Bellagio, all those major hotels. They're all completely closed. There's no people staying there. There's no staff. Wynn, Encore, everything closed. All bars, all restaurants, all buffets closed. Vegas, it's nuts, dude. I went down to the Strip just to see what it was like, and it's a ghost town.
That's probably eerie, huh?
It's you wouldn't think. I always thought Vegas would still run even if the world was ending.
Yeah.
So to see Vegas shut down, I mean, my brother came out to visit just the other day, and he was walking through the casino with his phone, and there was nobody there, no dealers, no nothing.
Oh, man, that's freaking nuts.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, Rick said they shut down the casino in California, Pachanga.
Fire station.
Is that Hooters?
No.
That's the one you used to go to, right?
Yeah, that's the one.
And then Cherokee in North Carolina, I think they're shutting down tomorrow for 2 weeks. We lost him.
Yeah. He said his phone
battery was about to die. To answer Florida Bearded Fisherman, no, sir, I do not sell microtext. I just give them away on my chat or chats and giveaways.
Pickle Rick. Oh. Let's see if that's him. Battery died. He said, that was fun. Let's do it again sometime.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a pleasure meeting him.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a good dude. I've known him for a long time.
Good deal. Good deal. I'm still learning all the big YouTubers because, I don't really hang out on YouTube except with you and some of the other guys. KB32, and that's about it.
Yeah. You have a couple favorites, though. But for sure.
Yeah.
They shut down all the casinos down in Oklahoma as well. Man, that's crazy. Well, I mean, it makes sense. Large gatherings, right? You got to do that. Good story.
Yeah, I had a good time at the casino in Oklahoma. I was there for Three Gun Nation Nationals, and I was staying with a dude that was from North Carolina that had moved there for work, and he was like, "There's a casino right down the street," and I think it was think it was a Hard Rock casino. Pretty big and got a lodge. We all locked up.
No, we're good. John Jeffries was saying that he's being truthful. I lost his giveaway for a one-wheel reply. I messed up. I remember that.
And
Remember there was
and Big
two
Johnson.
people,
Yeah, we
Captain
were just
Shark
having a chat, and I was like, "Let's give away a knife." And Captain Shark
I know.
ended
I'm
up with that.
He did. He did. Sure. Tulsa. All casino restaurants. Any ideas on how nuts it's going to get next week? Kid Rick said he kept his bar open. Oh, Kid Rock said, F it, he kept his bar open. Got it. Kid Rock.
Well, I know what I'm going to do. If we're off the next 2 weeks and they shut everything down over here, I'm just going to shoot every day for 2 weeks.
Yeah, we're going to make some videos.
We're going to be making a lot of videos. Everybody's going to be sitting around the house doing nothing. Why not, you know?
That's why I've been doing the live chats. Everybody's probably waiting for somebody to go live so they can have something to do. I mean, I'm like you. I don't watch TV. You know, and
Yeah.
you got Kid Monkey. You got to watch his 2 videos, and then
We got to get him making some videos, man.
I know.
I'm gonna start a knitting class.
He's going to do a knitting class. No, he's got a full freaking wood shop. I mean, he needs to do something wood related or whatever if he wants to. I still think he needs to do the gun stuff.
This would have been the perfect freaking video to do right here. Sam making his cool.
Yeah.
That would have been a good video, Sam. Actually, Pop's Quest, just so you know, he built a chopping block where you make the wood, you know, so it looks like checkers.
3D?
Yeah.
3D chopping block?
A 3D, well, no. Would it be 3D? It's basically all the wood, but they're turned different ways, so it looks like they're checkerboards. You know, they're not glued together. But he did that. That's probably one of his most looked at videos.
I'll try that then.
Might as well.
And Tim Davis, no. Good guess, but no.
If my work closes, it's damn near the
Trump wants to send $1,000 to the people. You know, I heard that as well.
I don't know if that was Trump that wanted to do that. One of the people said we should do that. I don't know what the hell. I mean, $1,000 can help a lot of people, I guess. Everybody can get a Kestrel.
and still have about $400 left over, right?
That's right.
Oh, okay. So, yes, manual versus auto. I did not get to answer this before. Okay, so you guys know that I've been carrying a Microtech SOCOM Elite for 20 years now. It is an auto. I know everyone likes a manual. However, when I did the torture test on it, and it is a completely unbiased test, I know that the auto would not have had the liner lock issues that I had with the manual, because the liner lock, basically the way it falls in between the blade, that will start wearing more and more. And I was pretty rough on that knife. I threw it a lot and did some things you probably shouldn't do to a SOCOM Elite. So I'm going to say auto 100%, and mine is solid.
Yeah, that was Mitt Romney is what I saw too. Bolton Curious is correct on that. At least what I saw. Yeah, and it will depend on your jurisdiction and what your laws are for autos and that kind of stuff.
Correct. That's the biggest thing. Or just carry it and don't get caught.
And there's that.
Oh, here's one. This is a Stitch auto. I don't know if you guys have ever seen one of these. This was a collaboration with Microtech and Sebastian Berengi with Borka blades, not to be confused with Borka tools. This is an auto as well, and this has been sought after for about the last year and a half because they quit making them. It's a very, very useful knife, very, very strong knife.
That thing's built like a brick shit house.
It is. It is getting ready to be introduced again into the mainstream. I know that they are finishing these up right now, meaning that they will be hitting the market within the next 2 weeks. So a lot of people have been anticipating this coming back. This is called a Microtech Stitch.
Stitch.
No, this isn't mine. This is actually Sam's.
I think everybody right now has a Microtech. Not everybody.
Yeah. That happens when they're in the area in which you live and all that.
You can send that to me, Ray. Well, I'm going to get one before you get one, Billy, because I'm closer. Shipping's much cheaper. Sam, buddy old pal.
Levi, the only thing I can tell you is you're going to have to check with an authorized Microtech dealer. Guys, beware. There are a lot of fakes, counterfeits, clones out there. As a matter of fact, since we're on the subject and we're on the porch, here is an actual counterfeit with a Microtech logo that you'll find at a gun store or gun shop for $100 or less.
Notice that has torque.
Here is an Ultratech UTX 85 style with the stolen Microtech claw, dagger, and logo on the back. This is about $30 to $60 counterfeit. A real Microtech. Now, see, this one doesn't even work. You see that? A real Microtech in this same version would run about $270. Here's a counterfeit LUDT with the Microtech logo. So these are true counterfeits. They're basically stolen trademarked
and the blade
logos and registered marks. Yeah, even on the blade, and they've got Microtech. Don't be fooled into buying one of these. The last video I did compared some of these and what you're getting. I know there's some guys that say, "Oh, it's good enough." It's not good enough. You're supporting Chinese knockoffs and stuff. You're paying for. You're throwing away money on stuff that's no good. It's junk.
You got good questions here. Do you work for Microtech?
Yes, I do. I took a job with them full time in January of this year. They liked a lot of the videos that Rick and I were doing on the torture test, and so I accepted a full-time position with them, very flexible full-time position with them, and I assist with all their videos now. So if you go to the Microtech Knives YouTube channel, you will see me on a lot of their videos, especially after January, because I now help coordinate a video a week for them. Blade HQ is good to go. Yes, Florida Bearded Fishermen. They are an authorized dealer. Yeah, it's kind of funny how one thing leads to another, because that whole video thing that Rick and I started doing on the knives just kind of morphed into that. And then it was, here's a position for you if you like it. And one of your job duties will be working with marketing to doing a video a week. So we did, I had some ideas on birth of an Ultratech, all the processes. We're doing one now that just got released today on counterfeits and how it hurts the industry. And that'll be 2 weeks. And then we're going to do some other ones coming up. So it's pretty cool.
That is cool. All right. What do we got here?
Well, thanks, Joaquin. Yeah, Jason's a good dude. He really is. I work with him a lot on that. And then I did have some ties, and full disclosure, since you guys are on here, I had some ties with that previous to Microtech because I was one of the inventors and one of the patent holders for the R2K9 suppressor, which is not available to the public. It is only available to the military at the moment.
Boom.
And yeah, but you've played with it and you know what it is. I actually reviewed one on the channel. It'll be the only review you ever see from anyone. What's that? Thumbs down?
No, I want one.
Oh, yeah. There's a possibility there might be a few hundred released to the civilian market. We'll see how that goes.
Sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Can you do a video on throwing knives and use Rick on one of them spinning board things?
You know what? Stay tuned for that, because there are some talks about some possible throwing knife thingies, sharp pointed things that fly through the air.
I ain't getting on no big ass spinning wood board thing. I'd rather you shoot at me than throw a knife at me.
Joaquin, Jason works out like every day. That's his thing. I'm not a bodybuilder. nor do I want to be. But I don't know. Those guys, if they miss it or lay off of it a while, I mean, then they lose all the muscles, you know.
They're all flabby.
Are there any other suppressors that you helped develop?
Yep. There's a second one, maybe.
Yeah. Well.
Not yet.
Just stuff.
Stuff.
Yeah, just stuff.
Secret squirrel shit.
Yeah, that suppressor, you guys might know, has like I think it has like 7 active patents right now. It is the real deal. It is the best of the best. It beat out some really well-known suppressor companies. And when I say well-known, I'm not allowed to disclose.
There wasn't one that.
No one even came close.
No, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
it's really nice.
There's really nothing like it right now.
I'm gonna own one. I'm gonna put it on my Palmetto State Armory PCC.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? It works. Yeah, there's some really cool things about it because you don't need any tools whatsoever. I've incorporated a master key into it, basically where the unit will completely disassemble itself without any tools. It also doesn't need end caps. It has retained baffles, so you won't lose any baffles when you shoot it. You can shoot it with or without the end caps. It doesn't matter. It's full titanium baffles, fully user serviceable, full auto rated, full auto plus P rated, 300 blackout subsonic rated. It is legit.
It is. And it's easy to take apart.
Yes, it is. I did make it very easy to clean, and you can use pretty much anything on it. You can use ultrasonics, simple green, whatever. It doesn't hurt it.
And how do you say this again? Because I always want to say it, but I don't ever say it right. How do you say that? Shibalseki?
Shibalseki.
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 Shibaseki.
See.
See, that's why.
Or as we say, nah.
Nah. Put up your buddy's thing again, not on the $10 thing. Don't do that. Just type it in there and I'll click on it again because there's more people that have cycled through to look at. Just to help give your friend more views to maybe go over there.
Yes, Gigabytes. I actually have some family swords up here, and I also have one that dates back to about the 1500s. I do know it is not a tri-lug mount. It is a half 28, 13.5 by 1 left-handed thread, as well as I have a half 32, half 36, and I do have a tri-lug that has been designed. We haven't done it yet. Man, 45 auto, I'd love to be able to do that. They need to remove suppressors from the NFA. I couldn't agree with you more.
I agree. That should be the next.
And for you guys that might not be familiar with suppressors, most of your common pistol suppressors are going to be half 28. Most of your European pistols, like your factory threaded barrel Glocks or SIGs, are going to be 13.5 by 1 left-handed thread. The reason we do the half 32 is because there's a need for half 32 and 9mm like your Colts or fixed barrel type guns. Half 36 is going to be for your H&Ks like your MP5 Navies, MP5s with threaded barrels from the factory.
What's up, Levi's back? Thought I heard my phone zing. And pistol stocks.
Well, come on, guys. We should all be happy with the pistol brace thing. That was a big win for all of us, right? A half 28 flashlight. What's up, redneck prepper?
Tony. Yeah. All right. We're at 2 hours and 8 minutes, so we are going to wrap this up. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. Sam, Mr. Trunk Monkey Reviews on YouTube, do you have anything you want to tell us?
Hopefully, getting some videos out here shortly.
That's what he said last time.
That's what I said last month.
All right, Mr. X-Ring, do you have anything you want to tell us?
No, it was actually a really good chat. I enjoyed shooting with you today. That was a lot of fun, and hopefully we'll get some good content out there to you. I know we filmed something today about the 6 Creedmoor, as well as did a review of the Burris XTR2, and that's it. No, the 578 by 28 thread, that's usually going to be in your 45 ACPs. And because this is 9mm, you're really not going to be able to use that on those, or there's not that need for it. So there is a 45 in the works. It's already been designed. It is in functioning order, so that'll be addressed when that gets released.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you for your time. Thanks for joining in.
See ya. You guys make sure you get over to Trunk Monkey Reviews, X-Ring channel, and Is Your Six Covered? And hit that subscribe button if you have not. LZ USA, CMMG.
Yeah, CMMG was supposed to be building me up a 6.5 Creedmoor. I have not received that yet, so I don't know what's going on yet.
All right. But on the next chat, we may know.
All right, guys, take care.
Bye.